Okay, so we have Dokkan V-Jump for November of 2023 here that is covering the Dragon Ball Heroes celebration. And there is actually some additional information about the Dragon Ball Heroes celebration that we did not have previously, which is going to be really, really cool. So, I mean, without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into it. I do have the image posted up again. Credits to Dragon Ball Super Hype, DPS Hype for actually providing the image. And of course to Air Dokkan for posting it so that I was able to see it on my timeline. So let's just go ahead and start it off. We have Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito and Super Saiyan Rose both on the page. Again, we already knew that was going to be a thing. This is the 5 new characters that are going to appear in the Gacha game. Obviously, well, the Gacha banner specifically. We take a look at the last 3 here. We have the Limit Break... No, almost a Limit Breaker. I'm so weird. The Berserk Controlled Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Broly, and then Dark King Fu. So these are the 5 new characters that are going to be featured on the banner. Keep in mind that the Metal Cooler from last year, and then along with that, in fact, we'll just bring it up here. The Metal Cooler, the Golden Metal Cooler specifically from last year, and the Dark Janemba from last year as well that did not get Awakenings, which actually, oh yeah, here they are. Right here, these 2 cards, they're going to be getting Awakenings, they'll be on the banner. Based on last year, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 featured units last year. But I think this year, it's just going to be potentially... I actually think it's just going to be 7 units featured this year, which is really good. That means that it's going to be a lot easier to get like all the copies of the units that you want for these guys compared to when it was a 9 featured unit banner. And that obviously is really, really good. So, big W for that. Again, I made videos talking about Vegito, Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker, and Super Saiyan 3 Rose that does transform into the Limit Breaker. I keep saying Limit Breaker, the Full Power Rose Goku Black. Tomorrow I'm gonna have a video about Broly. Actually, I will make a tweet asking you guys about what you want to see from Broly, so feel free to go ahead and do that. Then I might just group these 2 together, just because these are the characters that people are least talking about, but I still do think that they're very promising. Now, here's some of the new information that we have for the Dragon Ball Heroes campaign. First and foremost, we see that there is going to be an EZA, and we see it's pretty stacked. We have Super Saiyan 4 Vegito from 2020, Super Saiyan 4 Broly from 2020, Dark King Deborah, and then we have, actually this is King, whatever his name is, and then Goddess Toa right here. Actually, I don't remember their exact names, but all those characters are getting their EZAs, and they're confirmed, because they're actually on the actual image itself. And on top of that, if we actually just take a look really quick into it after I bring this up. So this is no Demon God Deborah, then this is Demon Goddess Toa. It says that there's going to be 8 characters that are Extreme Z Awakening here, which is really, really cool. So that pretty much confirms to me that all the 8 awakenings from this year are going to be getting their EZA. So that's also going to include this Black Mask Saiyan here. That's going to include the Dark Mask King here as well. That's also going to include the Super Mirror and the Makyoka form of Demigra. So all these characters are going to be getting EZAs. That is officially confirmed now in V-Jump, which is really, really good. Now, right before I talk about these characters, let's talk about the last part of the V-Jump, which it seems like there's going to be a burst mode for this Super Dragon Ball Heroes campaign. It seems like the Dokkan event from last year with the Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Goku and Vegeta, that is actually going to become burst mode, which is going to be just extra little content, and it's really nice because last year obviously we did not have the burst mode, so you could also exchange it for Super Dragon Ball Heroes related background music for the My Data section. So even after the Super Dragon Ball Heroes campaign does end, we will have the ability to listen to the music in game in your My Data feature, which I think is pretty cool overall. And I guess these guys don't have an OST. I wonder if like the Hearts OST is going to be available here, which is going to be really interesting. Does Global have the Hearts OST? I know Global doesn't have the voice for Hearts, but I wonder if the OST is in there. Who knows? We have no clue about that. In fact, we don't even know if, technically it's not even confirmed if Global will get a voice for this guy, because we know he has an active skill. I assume he'll probably get a voice somehow, but that's not really something we'll be able to tell just yet. But that is all there is on the V-Jump cover itself. Again, a lot of the information we already did know, but it is good to get official confirmations on the EZAs. Even though we were predicting them to EZA, it's not really going to be confirmed unless it actually does happen, which now it is. And on top of that, the burst mode being confirmed as well is very, very nice. So, hey guys, we'll talk about these characters that are going to be getting their EZAs. Last year, they did confirm Red Zone here, by the way. So, new Red Zone stages are still uncertain. I assume we'll probably still get Red Zone stages, but that's not something I can let you guys know, like, oh yeah, we're gonna get Red Zone stages for the celebration. We can't really say that, unfortunately. I want to make videos specifically on some of these characters, so I'm just gonna go over all of them and just give a really brief breakdown on what maybe I want to see from them. Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Vegeta, again, Vegito, he is a crossover and Giant Power support unit. Just increase that. I mean, high chance to counter, I don't think that's going to change. They usually don't change these. I mean, if they somehow make this into a great chance, that would be crazy, but that is very unrealistic expectations for that. I think giving this guy some sort of, like, you know, dodge, you know, he has a super attack counter, so it's fine. He's physical, so a lot of these in phases won't hurt him. I mean, if he just has dodge in his kit anyways, on top of that, that could be helpful. Maybe give him like 30% damage reduction, just like a small amount of reduction, so that these normals he's always able to consistently take. I think that'd be pretty nice. Multiplicative buffs would be good as well. Maybe it could just be like he can get 2 ki and then 160%, then like 40 to 50% on super attack would be nice, plus the support ability, plus the counter chance, and then on top of that, again, maybe like a little bit of reduction, even if it's just 20%, just a bit of reduction to help him against these AoEs and these normal attacks, just to make sure he's guaranteed able to tank them, would go a long way. This probably can get to like a 50% defense raise for the turn, or maybe they just make it attack and defense raise for one turn. That's fine either way, but this Vegito, it's pretty easy, I think, to make this guy good. Super Saiyan 4 Broly. I think this might be the one that people are even potentially most excited for. The Super Saiyan 4 Broly, when he came out, was really insane. I mean, first off, give him a super attack effect, at least 30% defense for the turn. I mean, his just kit in general is not too bad. I mean, I guess they could make this a great chance or even guaranteed, or they could have it so that's 2. Imagine he does 2 additional attacks that each have a high chance to become a super attack. If there's a Giant Power ally attacking in the turn, he give him at least some sort of start of turn attack and defense, and then he gets all of this on super attack maybe. The issue would be AoEs, and this guy being like tech against AoEs, it's not really going to be a good, like, state of the game to release this guy's EZA. Again, tech and AoEs, there is just so many end bosses, and then the 2 hardest end bosses have AoE attacks, and this guy gets all of his defense on super, so he's not really going to be good there necessarily. Like, unless they do something crazy and they're like, yeah, he gets 70% reduction before he attacks. I don't see this guy being good against the AoEs in a lot of these fights, unfortunately. He could still be a good unit, though, and could still be very helpful in a lot of different situations, but you do want to keep that in mind with this Broly. I still think he could be really good, though. He probably will just be a huge Juggernaut unit. I mean, keep in mind, these heroes' EZA stats are going to be insane. I think, like, this Vegito is going to have, like, 23,000 HP, 19,000 attack. I think Broly's over... again, closing into 20,000 attack or something like that. Like, both these characters have really good stats for these 2020 characters, and starting from like 2021 is where they started like nerfing these stats, because these are like Dokkan Fest level stats, and then they started giving like banner unit level stats to future characters. Hopefully this year maybe they give these guys normal stats, but maybe they're a little scared because it's like, you know, when these guys EZA, you know, these guys are going to EZA basically guaranteed in 3 years. There could be potential issues with that. Demon God Deborah, what could this guy do? I mean, he's just a super battle road unit. He has the high chance to dodge when facing 2 more enemies. I feel like they should just like give him high chance to dodge, just baseline, and then that is really, really good starts. Multiplicative stats, defense raise and super attack would be pretty cool. Support ability would be nice, but this guy really does feel like maybe a super battle road type unit, so I can't really say for sure. We'll just have to see what he's going to end up being. Demon Goddess Toa, again, major support unit. high chance to dodge, great chance to dodge, and then defense raise on super, maybe even defense stacking could be really good for her. And increase her stats, and then she has this heal, which is really nice. Like if this increases to 60%, even if it stays as a 50% heal, that would be really good. And she's giving this major support buff if you fall low in HP. Toa has a really good skeleton, so I'm excited to see what she ends up being. Black Mask Saiyan, again, he gets all the stats when he supers. So I can't really say for sure how good he's going to be, but he could potentially be interesting. I mean, I could see him as like a stacking longer event unit. That could work out for him. Like a stacking unit, I could see that work out for this guy. And then maybe give him some additionals. This unit could also be really good. He has guard if there's a Dragon Ball Heroes ally attacking in the same turn. I mean, also, they should increase, like, what if they add Pure Saint stat? They probably wouldn't add Pure Saint stat. Maybe they could add crossover to that. I would really like that a lot. So, you know, a lot of these other potential crossover characters could allow him, because they're kind of moved to crossovers team rather than specifically the heroes team. And you know, even like this guy and like certain villain teams that you have a crossover category ally, you could imagine being able to run him on the team. That would be really, really good. I mean, yeah, the issue is that, you know, an extreme class unit, he only has his guard against with Dragon Ball Heroes allies. Unless what they could do is they can give him the guard guaranteed, but then with the Dragon Ball Heroes category ally, maybe he gets extra stats or even reduction. But who knows? He gets this defense buff after receiving the attack. It increases stats. He has healing. I think he could be good. Maybe he'll stack attack. Who knows? Maybe they'll give him like stacking attack, but I don't know. This guy could be good because of the guard and multiplicative defense. He already has a good skeleton. Demigra, again, just like Demon Goddess Tor, make her have some dodge ability, and that would be really, really cool. This guy having dodge. What if it's like 10% attack and defense, and then like 10% dodge chance per crossover or Roma Gods category ally? And then like on the Zamasu team, this guy has like a 70% chance to dodge, and he's supporting extreme class allies. Whew. Greatly raise attack and defense for the turn. Defense when he dodges. That's like a dream kit for this guy. But again, he's an easy A, so I don't know how good he's gonna be. Something like that would be really good. And then Super Mira, again, he's a stacker, so give him additionals. Makes his attack and defense evened out, multiplicative stats. I mean, yeah, Mira, I'm not really too sure about Mira. But that's it. That's it for all these characters. So V-Jump pretty hyped this time. Heroes in less than a week. Let me know what you guys think, and I will catch you next time.